Everybody, welcome back to the Jordan Report, and I'm your host, Robert Jordan. Everyone, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Okay, guys, let me give you a little background on the guy that's running in the Georgia runoff. The guy's name is Raphael Warnock. Okay, most of us have never heard of him because, most of us don't live in Georgia. But anyway, the guy has a very radical past. These are the people that the globalists are funding. These are the people like Stacey Abrams, she's part of this group, that the globalists have put millions of dollars behind to put in office. This is Raphael Warnock. He's another radical, racist, black Marxist, like Obama, like Dr. Cohn here. Okay? These are the people that George Soros are putting in office. Okay? Now I'm going to give you his quick background. I'm going to show you him talking. Okay? It appears that the Georgia Democrat Senate candidate Raphael Warnock's radical past is catching up with him. We've previously covered the lunacy of his religious mentor, Dr. James Hal Cone. He's another black racist who called for the destruction of everything white in America. These are the people George Soros wants to see in office, and they're putting a bunch of money down in Georgia trying to put this man in office, okay? Now, here's what the Washington Examiner said about his past. I'm going to go through this really fast. I just want you to know a little something about him. He considers himself a ordained Baptist minister. He is not. None of these people are Christians. In fact, I would suffice to say the black church doesn't even exist anymore. It's just another appendage of the Democratic Party. But anyway, he has a theological pedigree that most believers in God would consider quite radical. Last week it was reported that he served as a youth minister when his New York City church invited the late Cuban dictator Fidel Castro to speak in 1995. And then enthusiastically cheered and praised him. Although Warnock was only a junior pastor at the time and did not necessarily make the decision to host and defeat the murderous communists, no one has produced evidence that he objected to the lengthy standing ovation Castro received or to his introduction as the hero of the struggle of the peoples around the world. You see, they all come from the same cloth. They all cut from the same cloth. Obama, all of them. Stacey, okay? These people are all supposed to be the leaders in the new world. Believe it or not. Now, I'm going to show you who's putting this guy in power. This is Soros Bloomberg funded group pushes cash in the Georgia runoff. You can also add Zuckerberg. Okay? Outside influence is descending on the state of Georgia as the state prepares for the most important vote since seceding from the Union. Okay? With the eyes not only of the nation, but of the world focused intensely on the state of Georgia and their upcoming runoff election for the state's 2 U.S. Senate seats, influencers and activists are flocking to the state, and also is a boatload of dark money. This is where Stacey's getting all this cash from, people. A far-left advocacy group funded largely by progressive billionaires, George Soros and Michael Bloomberg, has initially injected $300,000 of dark money into the Georgia runoff race in support of the Democrats, Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff. Okay? Now I'm going to show you this guy talking. I want you to see who they're trying to put in power.
And if it is true that a man who has dominated the news and poisoned the discussion for months needs to repent, then it is doubly true that a nation that can produce such a man and make his vitriol go viral needs to repent. No matter what happens next month, more than a third of the nation that would go along with this is reason to be afraid. America needs to repent for its worship of whiteness on full display this season. How is it that you can insult everybody? Call Muslims something other than children of God? Call Mexicans murderers and rapists, insult the disabled. How is it you can insult everybody, but then one weekend somebody discovers in the recording that you insult those whose daughters and wives look like those who have been supporting you, and then all of a sudden we can't take it anymore. We gotta repent for the worship of whiteness.
Okay, guys. Here's another one of George Soros's front people. He's trying to put in power.